Hello to my dear friends. This is Tamera Weeks with Tam's Daily Vlog, and I am pretty sure that a little while ago I was having an Orsen Wells moment. You remember that radio program, War of the Worlds, and everybody thought the world was ending and it was really just a radio program? Well, it seemed like either I was going crazy and I was just positive that I wasn't, but I could not remember where to call for getting the dryer repaired. So yesterday morning I called Service 1. I look them up on my phone. I call them and they say, "You are caller number 17. Your approximate wait time is 30 minutes. So I promptly hung up the phone and I dial back again today. They look up my number and my address and they can't find me. And she said, "We don't service dryers and we don't even have you in our database." And I'm like, "Yeah, we've been using you guys for over 20 years and you were just here 2 weeks ago fixing the water heater and well, maybe it's with your electric company and you should call them." So I hang up the phone, I send William a note, and I call the electric company. And they say, "No, we don't have you on our database and we don't show that we've ever been to your house before." And I said, "We've had your service for over 20 years and you have been to our house many times to service this very same dryer and you were just here 2 weeks ago." I just called Service 1 because he's trying to direct me over to Service 1, and I say, "I just called them and they don't have me in their database," and they said they don't even fix dryers. So I thought William's email said to call the electric company, and that's where I was calling. So I hang up and I call Service 1 again, and he said if they don't have you in their database, you should ask to speak to a supervisor. So I call them back and I'm giving the girl my address, and she said, "Ma'am, I didn't get your whole address. I can't hear when you're pressing buttons." And so I don't say anything. I just repeat the whole entire address, city, state, zip code. And she says, "I'm sorry, ma'am, but when you're pressing buttons, I can't hear you." I said, "I'm not pressing any buttons." "Well, buttons are being pressed and a number keeps being dialed over and over again." And I said, "I am not pressing any buttons and I'm not dialing phone numbers. I'll just call you back." So I hang up. I call again. This is call number 4. So I get this really nice guy and he's like, "No, I don't have you in here." And I said, "We've been in this house for 15 years. We've been using this service for over 20 years. I do not have a mental condition. You have serviced this same exact dryer several times. You were here 2 weeks ago. I can't figure out why I'm not calling the right place." So he puts me on hold and he looks and he can't find me anywhere. They've never even been to my house. So I hang up the phone. I call the electric company back again and I said, "I do not know why I can't figure out where I'm supposed to call, but we've had this same service and I've called them over and over and I can't find them in my phone." So that was the first thing I couldn't figure out, why I couldn't even find them in my phone when we've been using them, and I called them over and over again, and William was the one that called them 2 weeks ago. So he says, "Yeah, the service, they have like gold and platinum," and I'm like, yeah, that's the exact service I'm talking about. He tells me to call them back again. So I call them back again, and I'm lost on how many phone calls I'm at now. And I'm thinking, I'm like, what is the matter with my brain, and why am I calling the wrong place, and where am I supposed to call? I've never done this before in over 20 years. I know exactly where to call. I get to the next call, and finally he mentions one of the utility companies around here. I'm like, "Oh, that's the one. That's the one that I need to be calling. Yes, yes, yes." So I finally get my appointment made, and they are going to come in a few days and service the dryer. But I promise, I could not think of what I was supposed to do, and it's like I was feeling like I was crazy. I'm like, "No, I'm not a mental case. There's nothing wrong with me, but I'm doing something wrong," and we finally figured it out. That's kind of a weird thing to happen. So I went to physical therapy yesterday for the first time for my hip, and they helped me. I didn't use the cane yesterday. I didn't use it today. They gave me some exercises. Because of where my pain was in my hip, I just didn't know what exercises I could do. But now I think I'm going to be okay with my hip. My head hurts a lot today. It started hurting a lot yesterday. I'm not crying now. I think God moved for me on Sunday. I went to church on Sunday, and somebody asked me about my cane. They said, "I've noticed you've had it for a couple of weeks, and we're practicing for praise singing on Sunday night." And he said, "Well, why are you here?" And I said, "Because I won't stop singing, because I will go and I will sing unless I absolutely can't stand and I can't sing and I lose my voice. Because God is worthy of my praise and He's worthy of my singing, and I will always give it to Him, and He always blesses and moves. And by the time church was over on Sunday night, we'd been Sunday morning, and I was still crying on the Sunday afternoon with my head and my ears and just my overall, I just felt like I couldn't do it anymore. But I was doing all the things that I could do, and that was to read the Word and to pray and ask God to move. And I'm going to tell you a little bit more about it on another video, but God moved on my behalf on Sunday night, and it is now Tuesday, and I am doing so much better. My ears are not any better with the ringing. It's still so loud, but I can manage now like I have been managing for 2 months. So this is going to come up again where I'm going to feel like I can't do this anymore. But God is still going to be where He is. He's still going to be God, and He's still not going to change, and He's still going to help me again, and I will continue to make it. Thank you so much for being here today, and I will talk to you soon. You have yourself a great day. I will look to the hills from whence cometh my help, for my help does come from the Lord. Bye-bye.